All right, so today we are going to take a deep dive into the world of sourcing high-quality dining chairs for furniture businesses.
Right.
And the source material that we have is from ASKT, which
Okay.
is a furniture manufacturer.
All right.
And they're talking about their unique approach to things like quality control and being ahead of trends.
Yeah, because I mean that's a huge challenge.
It is a huge challenge.
In the furniture business because you've got to offer really unique designs,
Right.
but also try to keep the costs in check.
Yeah.
But then you have to also make sure the quality is great.
Yeah, and the competition is fierce.
It is.
So let's see if ASKT can kind of walk the walk.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
Okay.
So they're really talking a lot about their 12-point quality control process. Sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's
pretty thorough.
It is. They talk about impact tests and the static load assessments, all those things that make sure that a chair is going to hold up.
Right. And I mean, from a business owner's perspective, that's huge because you don't want to be dealing with returns.
No.
Because the quality is bad.
The complaints.
And the damage to your reputation.
Yeah.
And so they're really kind of going all in on this. They've got, dedicated quality inspectors, video recordings of the inspections.
Wow.
$20,000 invested in testing equipment.
It's like they're saying, look, we're so confident.
An open book?
We're an open book. Come on in and check it out.
Yeah, and it's not just, them saying it. They also have the ISO 9001 certification.
Yeah, what is that?
So that's like the gold standard for quality management.
Okay.
So it's not just, some made-up thing.
Yeah, some meaningless acronym.
Right. It's been vetted by an independent body.
Okay.
And it means that,
So they meet international standards.
Yeah, they take quality seriously.
Okay, so we got the quality covered.
Yeah.
But how about keeping up with these trends that are always changing?
Right. Well, that's where their R&D center comes in. They've got this massive R&D center.
They talk about it, yeah.
And they can create custom designs super fast.
Like incredibly fast.
Yeah.
They say they can do it in 10 days.
10 days.
10 days. I mean, come on.
It's unheard of.
That's faster than Amazon Prime.
Right. And that's really key in this market because, things change so quickly. And if you can customize quickly, that gives you a huge advantage over your competitors.
So you can adapt to like what people want.
Exactly.
You can get at the trends.
It's fast fashion, but for furniture.
Yeah.
You can offer your customers the latest and greatest before anyone else even knows what's going on.
Right. And I think that kind of leads into the next point.
Okay. Which is how do they know what people want?
How do they make sure they're producing chairs that people are actually going to buy?
Right.
Well, that's where their data-driven approach comes in.
That's right.
They're not just,
It's not just guesswork.
Yeah, just winging it.
They're not just, making chairs and hoping for the best.
Right.
They're using data to make smart decisions.
So they're talking about social media, industry reports.
Their competitor analysis.
Wow. They're really diving deep.
Yeah, they're looking at everything.
What's going on.
And they even specifically mentioned the European market.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to
stay ahead of the curve, know what's coming next.
It's like having a crystal ball for dining chairs.
Exactly.
You know
what's going to be hot.
Yeah, what's going to be the next big thing.
Exactly. And that helps you maximize your sales potential.
For sure.
Right? Because you know what to stock.
Especially when you think about how much money to be tied up in inventory.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's move on to something that I think is becoming really important to a lot of consumers these days.
Yeah.
And that is sustainability.
Right.
So ASKT's making a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they are.
About their switch to eco-friendly packaging. They've gotten rid of all the plastic, and they've gone with honeycomb paper.
Honeycomb paper. Now, that's interesting.
I know it is.
It's not just good for the planet. It's also really strong and lightweight.
And they're saying that it reduces their shipping costs.
Yeah.
Because it's so much lighter.
Makes sense. Low weight, lower shipping costs.
Yeah. And I can already imagine the marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Saving
the planet one chair at a time.
Exactly.
Right. But,
But seriously, this is a big deal for consumers.
It is.
More and more people want sustainable products.
Yeah. They want to know that the businesses they're buying from care about the environment.
Yeah. And it's great that ASKT is kind of,
taking it seriously.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's good for the
planet and it's good for business.
Absolutely.
That's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
Yeah. And, talking about, inventory and stuff, that brings to mind supply chain issues.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
Huge.
Especially these days.
We've
seen it everywhere.
Absolutely.
Every industry has been affected by it.
Right.
So what are they doing to kind of mitigate that risk?
So they're talking about their R&D centers, which are strategically located across China.
They've got 4 of them.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's a big investment.
It is.
And I think that shows a commitment to creating a really good supply chain.
Right. So they're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
They're trying to,
they're diversifying.
Diversify and avoid those bottlenecks.
Right. Exactly.
That can cause delays and headaches.
Because there's nothing worse than telling a customer,
right,
sorry, you can't get your chairs.
it's going to be 6 months.
Right, exactly.
So they're really focusing on, strong supplier relationships, having multiple production centers, good inventory management, all these things that kind of help.
Create a reliable.
Yeah, create a more resilient supply chain.
Yeah, and just give you that
peace of mind.
That peace of mind.
Yeah, knowing that you can
get your chairs.
Get your chairs when you need them.
Exactly.
And your customers can get their chairs.
And so, okay, so it sounds like they've got the manufacturing side of things pretty well figured out.
Seems like it.
But they're not just positioning themselves as a manufacturer.
Right.
They want to be seen as a partner.
A strategic partner.
Especially for European businesses.
Exactly.
So what's going on there?
Well, they're really emphasizing their knowledge of the European market.
Okay.
They're talking about Germany, Netherlands, UK.
Okay.
And they say that they understand the consumer preferences in those regions.
Okay, so they've done their homework.
They've done their homework.
They know what people want.
They know what sells.
Okay.
They know the pricing strategies that work best.
So they're really trying to position themselves as like
like a European market expert.
Yeah, almost like an extension of your team over in Europe.
Exactly.
Who can kind of guide you through
the process.
All the complexities of doing business over there.
Right.
Because I imagine
it can be tricky.
It could be very different than, doing business here.
Absolutely.
So that's really interesting.
And they're offering, data-backed recommendations on products and pricing.
Wow. So it's not just like gut feeling.
No, it's data-driven.
Yeah.
It's strategic.
So that could be a huge asset.
Absolutely.
To businesses looking to expand into Europe.
Yeah. Or even if you're already in Europe, but you want to refine your strategy.
Yeah.
They can help.
It takes a lot of the guesswork out.
It does.
Yeah. And costly mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to be making those.
Not at all.
So they're really going beyond just, fulfilling orders. They want to be a partner.
A true partner.
In your success.
Okay, now this next point really caught my attention. They're talking a lot about personalized support.
Right.
They seem to be really emphasizing
the human element of a business.
Yeah, you can actually pick up the phone
and
talk to someone.
Talk to a real person who understands your business.
And who's going to work with you.
Yeah, who's there to help.
So it's not like you're just dealing with automated responses.
Yeah, you're not just a number.
You're not just an order number.
Exactly.
You're an actual human.
You're a partner.
That they want to build a relationship with.
Right.
Okay.
So they're offering direct communication, flexibility, and they're willing to work with you to make sure that you're happy.
So it sounds like they're trying to redefine what it means.
Redefine the relationship.
To be a furniture manufacturer.
Exactly. It's not just about...
Yeah, it's not just about churning out chairs.
Making chairs.
Yeah, it's about...
Being a partner.
Being a problem solver.
Right.
And helping your business succeed.
Exactly.
It's a pretty compelling case. I mean, if they could really back up all this stuff, this could be a big deal for furniture businesses.
It could be a game changer, especially if you're trying to break into that European market.
Right.
But, from what we've seen, they seem to be pretty serious.
They do.
Have a biz.
They're putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with the quality control and the R&D and the supply chain.
Yeah, they're not just talking about it. They're actually doing it.
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of trendy buzzwords.
Right.
Okay, so let's recap real quick for everyone listening.
Yeah.
We've got a company here that is really focused on quality. And they love customization.
They're all about it.
They're using data to make smart decisions.
Smart decisions.
They're thinking about sustainability.
Yeah.
They've built a really resilient supply chain.
That's key these days.
They know the European market inside and out. And they offer that personalized support.
So they're ticking a lot of boxes.
They really are.
It's a pretty impressive package.
It is. So any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I would just say, we've talked a lot about ST and what they're offering.
Yeah.
And I think it all comes down to this condition. Finding a manufacturing partner that really gets you.
Understands your needs.
Understands your needs.
Yeah.
Understands the challenges you're facing.
Right.
And is really invested in your success.
Wants to help you succeed.
Exactly. So I guess the question for everyone listening is, what are the most important things for you?
Yeah. What are your priorities?
When you're choosing a manufacturing partner.
Yeah, because it's not just about finding someone who can make a chair.
Right.
It's about finding someone.
About finding a partner.
Who can help you grow your business.
Exactly.
And, based on what we've seen, ASKT seems like they might just be that partner.
They might be.
Yeah, so that's something to think about.
Food for thought.
It is. All right, well, that's it for this deep dive.
Great discussion.
Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later. 2028, that is